So,
And
this
it's
was a
already-
classical burn start again.
Yeah.
Here with a mountain and the monastery swift spear.
And a classical human start with the Ethervile. Basic land into Ethervile. So, usually it's very hard for, or the games that the human player loses are usually due to that he is not fast enough, and Ethervile, even if it's a very good card, is normally signifies that the humans player has a slower start. Oh,
Yes, already Eidolon.
Eidolon. Yeah, the Vial will have to do a lot this game. We see here a first striker in Thalia. Um, yes, so the human
It's the champion.
champion into Thalia, and he takes 2 damage probably.
But Thalia is a really huge thing against burn.
Thalia's first strike, and the champion will soon be big enough to block all the creatures. So if JR here has a creature heavy start, I think it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it must be tough then. But there is also Thalia making every single spell one more, every single instant sorcery non-creature, making one more expensive. So this could be an issue in this matchup, which, well, maybe will have some some impact on the
Yeah,
end.
and we already see in his hand that there's a Boros charm, so yeah, things aren't progressing as soft as they should. Probably this turn he can still attack because it's very risky to block in this. Yeah, he blocks the Eidolon, which is very clever. I wouldn't have attacked with the Eidolon. I think it's not very prudent.
So there's
All
a
these burn
skull crack.
spells, yeah, Skullcrack and Boros Charm, they do nothing in the face of a first striker. I think, yeah.
Maybe I forgot about it. Ah, he gives him the
Double strike.
double strike as well.
Yeah, but it's a very...
Or no, he makes it indestructible.
Okay. Yeah, probably that. But I mean, it's still a very expensive way of killing a Thalia.
Yeah. But actually, he has to get rid of Thalia, or everything would be so.
No, he played it for 4 damage, so it dies, but the Monastery Swift Spear deals 1 more damage. I think
see.
at this point he's really far behind.
There is some more action coming here.
Another champion. Oh my god, yeah, this will...
There's already 6 damage on the board.
Yeah.
That can go through.
And now that the Eidolon's no longer here, he's free to play. I don't know if I saw a Mantis Rider. Yes. So he's free to play Mantis Rider, and then he'll also have a blocker. And that pumps both of the champions, so that's a lot of damage. It's 5 more, so...
That's a lot of damage coming here.
11 damage.
A lot.
Yeah. Am I... Oh yeah, but he takes 1 from the Horizon Canopy. So trigger, and that's 4, 6, and 5. Yeah, 11 damage.
But it can also be very, very difficult because you never know. If the burn player has enough burn spells, he can also do this 10 damage very, very quick.
And Pablo quite keeps back one of the champions. He came into play only this turn.
Yeah.
So it's not 11, it's 9 damage. But I think he outpaces the burn player as long as Thalia is in play.
So there's another land. So using 4 lands. He cannot break through the Mantis Rider, so he really needs to give this damage directly to Pablo.
And Thalia is really bad.
Yeah.
really awkward.
She's doing her job for the humans.
Yes,
she's doing an amazing job here. But, well, not for the burn speller.
He could draw a card, but then he's even further behind with the Thalia attacks. Yeah. I think this one's already quite over. Can skull crack for 3 and then never cast a spell again.
So there's just 8 life more. There's a draw. Noble High Rock, which actually is good.
It's mostly just 2 triggers.
It's for 1 mana, 2 triggers.
Exactly.
It does a lot of things.
So will Pablo take some damage off his lands here? He draws a card.
So maybe we'll have a closer look to the hands of Pablo.
Contemplating how he can deal final damage. He takes 1 damage here. Oh, Charm Prince. Yeah, I mean,
there's a new addition.
That even gains life. So, yeah. Yeah, and with that, I think the game is firmly out of reach for red.
Wow. There is a lot of damage going.
It's 5,
4 creatures
8,
into the red zone.
10, 13 damage.
And there's still a possibility, maybe if he has something in hand, for the Eat Wild activation. But I just know he has the Noble High Rock, but I don't know what's the second card. So maybe we'll have a closer look in the hands of JR. Two Skullcrack.
And the Helix.
Ah, I see.
So Helix buys him some time, but still, that's not even 11 damage, so I don't see too much. Yeah, the Charming Prince was quite the savior. Also, all of these Skullcracks cost 3, and also the Helix also costs 3 and deals 1 damage to him.
Ah, yeah. He's not able to play 2 of them, yeah. Ah, that's a big thing.
Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't work the way you think it does. Yes. Okay. And like that, even if he helixes Dahlia,
yeah,
there's
in the next round,
I don't see it.
There is still a lot of damage coming again from the human player. But maybe it's not over. Maybe there is some more.
I just don't see it in as far that as you'd probably either have to waste this on Dahlia or
oh wow. Again, more humans.
More triggers.
That searches more humans. That can be blinked. It searches more humans. Wow.
And let's say 7, so that's 4, 6. Yeah, that's more than lethal.
Freebooter on top.
He has tapped his vial, so there's no instant speed freebooter, but he helixes the player and goes to 10.
So there's a lot of map here in this matchup. We also have to be very careful about this play. Well, when you're not lost, then you can still continue, and this is great. This is how to do. But every
still,
spell is so expensive.
I mean,
and
to play his Skullcracks, he would have to. To play his Skullcracks, he would have to pay 6 mana, which he just doesn't have.
Yeah.
Okay. So in come all the searing blood, searing blaze.
Searing Blaze for sure. Yeah, we look at some regular burn deck list here. So they usually have some 3 Path to Exile, 4 Core Firewalkers, Satire Fire Dancers could also be a swing, and Skull Crack. Well, he already played these main board, but there's also Smash to Smithereen, which doesn't look that amazing. Well, maybe against the wild, but it's
but
just
he only
4
has
cards.
four wilds,
Yeah,
yes.
it's a wear tear.
That's probably the same.
So I
I think,
think, yeah,
yeah, it's let's just say it's hard for the burn player. If Pablo has something remotely as fast as he had this game,
I think to bring in the Path to Exile is a good thing.
Sure,
I mean,
yes.
you really have to get rid of
Talia.
these. Oh, we see there's a Stony Silence. He also has the Smash the Smithereens.
Yeah.
Which he takes in.
Path
And there's,
for
I guess,
Firewalker.
yeah,
The promo core Firewalker and some.
Alpine Moons
Yes.
here in the hands
And
of JR.
what's the card called? This which returns all damage that you deal.
Deflecting Palm.
Yeah, yes, deflecting palm, exactly. And Pablo takes out some reflector mages, so the more expensive stuff.
Yes. And there is also, well, regularly for the humans player, they have some Auric champions.
Yeah.
Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, they gain 1 life.
Between 2 and 4
which
of
is
those, and
super
they are
strong.
really
Have
lights
protection from black and from red, so these are really good. Collector, oof, I don't know if this is also the case here.
Yeah, it's probably some deputy of detention, usually in
Yeah.
main or sideboard.
But maybe some Kambal could be
Kambal is also good.
very, very strong. So the Kambal guy is for 3 mana, 2/3, and the opponent loses 2 life when he plays a non-creature threat. This could be a lot of threat. Well, I don't know. We don't have the deck list, so we don't know exactly if he has a Kambal, but this could be a crazy card in this matchup.
And other than that, a lot depends on the creatures that the human deck has. Be it Dahlia, Kitesail Freebooter, or Meddling Mage. So humans has a lot of very disruptive creatures to spell-based combo decks, and Burn is more or less a spell-based combo deck.
Yeah.
So Pablo has a lot of things he can do with his creatures if he draws them. I think the matchup depends more on Pablo's draw than on JR's draw, because most of JR's cards are exchangeable, and Pablo's cards, some have very high impact. Also the Prince, the most recent edition, he's really good. He's more or less just gained some life, which totally undoes all that, for example, Lava Spike did.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things that these humans can do here in the hand of Pablo. And, well, he knows also the Boros burn deck very, very well, because he played it for a long time.
Yes.
And was also very successful with it. So he knows the opponent's deck.
That's worth a lot.
That's worth a lot. But you never know. I mean, Boros Burn, if they have really good hands,
Yeah.
they can hit you. It's a brutal deck. It can be
Like a
so
truck.
fast.
So let's see what they draw. Maybe we can go to Pablo's side. I see an Unsettled Mariner, a Reflecting Mage, a Kitesail Freebooter, some lands, a Phantasmal Image, and the second card from the left I cannot clearly see.
So I guess he has 2 Cavern of Souls.
Seems quite an optimal start. And also Kitesail Freebooter, cannot be overstated how good the card is.
So what's the play? Goblin Guide, Monastery Swift Spear, what's your guess?
I'd say usually in vacuum it's usually a Goblin Guide, but we see Lava Spike, Goblin guy.
There
Yes,
it is.
there it is.
And Goblin Guy going into the red zone
Yeah.
for hitting 2 damage. There's Auriok Champion
Auriok champion.
on the top.
That's
Wow.
that's a low blow with an announcement. So Pablo, he even has a noble hierarch. That was the card that I didn't see. So yeah, he's really firing on all cylinders.
But look at that beautiful Noble Hierarch and that beautiful Cavern of Souls. This man loves box toppers.
Yeah. We also see that Pablo writes with his left hand, and that's an ancient cigarette. Another card drawn. So I think already from the get-go, Humans is firing on all cylinders. And if he plays the Auriok champion next turn, it's going to be hard.
Hard.
Especially, okay, he's already at 13, but
So there's another freebooter as well. Can steal one of the spells in the hand of JR.
So he still has 2 lands, which means he probably plays the Auriok this turn, and then next turn 2 freebooters, and or maybe he plays a freebooter now. We shall see. He plays an Unsettled Mariner. Okay.
Tries to protect his own creatures, humans. So there's
Back for 1 and
16 and 13.
Yeah, the Mariner makes sense if you believe that you can survive 2 or 3 turns. Gives JR some opening to and another card drawn. It's never bad. So Pablo at 11, and JR plays
There's the Eidolon.
Yeah, so the Auriok now costs 2, which makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, things can be difficult here for Pablo because JR, it's a decent start.
Yeah, he probably plays the Auriok and then maybe copies the Auriok. Phantasmal Image on the Aurioks.
Ah, yeah, I see. It can also be like.
Yeah, that's probably what he does. Because it's such a devastating card, it's...
yes.
But he takes yet another 2 damage. And now he can block, but
his life total is very low, 8 life against burn.
But he cannot play a spell without him gaining 2 life.
Exactly.
And even if he gets rid of the Phantasmal Image, that's 1 spell he doesn't point at.
Yeah.
Obviously, Searing Blaze, a very good spell to take care of not the Phantasmal Image and not the Auriok champion, but for example the Unsettled Mariner. But does he have a 3rd land? Because it would cost 1 more. And I think a lot is already going right for Pablo here, even though he's at 8 life. Because these champions cannot be targeted by any of the spells in JR's hand.
So as we see in this matchup, playing burn is not just always like hitting the best spells out so quick as you can. It's also very hard. You have to think.
If he plays Boros Charm, the opponent gains 2 life and then loses 4, which is really ineffective for 2.
Actually, not that what you want.
And he loses 2 life because of the Eidolon.
Yeah, and giving direct damage with burn spells is because of Unsettled Mariner also costs 1 more.
Ah, yes.
So this is also
so he cannot even play Boros Charm. Oh wow.
Oh wow, there it is.
I don't know if why Pablo didn't lose 2 life.
because he
the
gained 2 life from entering the creature.
But the champion only gains you from a creature. Yes, it's not from a red or a black
Yes.
spell. Yes, you're right. Okay, so he lost 2 life and then gained 2 life.
So now there's one free round, one Eidolon less round, which could be very crucial for a humans player. But there's also more. There's gas in the hands. Yeah, has to pay one more.
Get rid of the Mariner. And
there's actually a lot of things in the hand.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, two Boros Charm.
Yeah.
Survive 2 rounds.
Yes, but every creature that Pablo plays will gain him 2 life.
Yeah.
So I take the yes, exactly, the Searing Blaze here because it deals 3. It kills a creature and it kills Pablo. All the other cards only deal. Depends on if he draws a land or not. Okay. Skullcrack to undo the champions.
Yeah, I mean, all of these were good targets for the freebooter because the hand looks pretty sweet.
The hand is sweet, but it's very glutted because it's all 2 drops and he has only 2 lands.
Yeah.
So for the next 2 turns, he will not be able to double spell anytime.
Yes, it will be super difficult.
It's a very clunky hand. He has good chance to win the game if he doesn't draw. If he draws mostly lands from now on.
Yeah. Yeah, this should be untapped. So what do you think? Going to the red zone with some more creatures now? We're just holding them back?
No, I think Pablo has to attack. I mean, he has 2 creatures that have protection from red. He doesn't care too much.
Just
at least one of those. The Reflector Mage only came into play, so yeah. He attacks for 2 and that's it.
So I guess there's another Searing Blaze in a hand of JR.
But untriggered Searing Blaze is way worse than the ones which have landfall triggers.
Yeah. But there's not that many lands here for JR, which now becomes a little bit a problem.
Yeah.
Because he cannot just fire off his cards. He always relies on just making one card or one spell each turn. This is not what they want. And now they're already in turn, I don't know, please, 4 or 5. So this is maybe a little bit late, but yeah, you never know. Oh, there's a Mantis Rider.
Double trigger for the champion, and also, well, he still has Skullcrack open, but Pablo, in this situation, Pablo thinks that there's no more Skullcracks. He plays Freebooter first. He plays the thinking. Okay.
There's another freebooter.
First the freebooter because he's sure that he can hit something. He's seen double Boros Charm last turn. And gaining 2 life is horrible for JR.
Yeah, that's really not what a burn player wants to see.
Oh yeah, and he drew yet another 2-drop. So unfortunate. As long as he doesn't draw a land, he's not even able to kill one creature.
So that's really brutal. But you never know. Well, land maybe can also change something here in this matchup between Boros Burn and the humans. And one of the Searing Blazes is taken from the freebooter.
Yeah, I think it's the next best card. Because the Boros Charm, when he's at 12 life, does absolutely nothing.
Wow.
And he gains yet another 2 life. And attacks for a lot.
And
5 damage. Doesn't want to. Yes.
one of the flyers.
One
Wait,
just came into play.
didn't one just came in?
Yes.
This should not be possible.
Yes.
Hopefully they will see that. Well, he's still waiting here for his blocker, but he didn't see that. One of the freebooters should not go into the red zone, especially not the one with the steering blaze under it. So there is more action. So he is attacking with 5, 6 official, unofficial, 7 damage here to the burn player. So it's also a 2-turn clock in this moment. So we are looking at the issue with the second freebooter, and maybe we'll have some more information about that. And everything's fine at the moment as blockers are not declared. So there's the possibility to say, please take this back. So we mentioned the issue. Thank you, Simon. And
Yes,
there, the
it's-
freebooter is out of the red zone.
Yeah. I think it won't change too much for the match. It's only 1 damage, but
Yeah, but I mean, this guy, if he would have haste, it would be amazing.
yeah. Yes.
But it's already
Oh, and
it's
he
such
takes
a good
another
card.
damage off his land and only deals 1 damage.
Oh wow.
Oh, to kill a reflector mage.
4 more damage in the air here.
Yeah, it's really looking very grim
And if
for
there is
JR.
no, it's another Eidolon. This could get
And
very
this,
difficult.
this really has to be one of the clunkiest draws ever
Yeah.
for a burn player. He cannot block any of the flyers. Whatever he plays cannot kill the Oriok champions, and yeah.
It's a little bit a pity because I really hope for some more like firework here in
Yes,
this matchup.
But
Yeah,
he gets JR gets demolished here by the
Yeah.
humans,
these were very bad draws.
And-
Really sorry.
and he's not even able to kill any of the freebooters.
So there's the attack.
Pablo attacks for 5, for 7, and that would be lethal.
Taking 1 damage.
And Harakiri Boros charm. Okay.
Yeah, congratulations to Pablo Rossi for winning the match 2-0 against our burn player JR, which we don't know the name.
Yeah.